Hi, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my homeschool area. We don't have a dedicated homeschool room, but we do kind of have an area in like our kitchen table area where we do most of our homeschooling. And then we also do a lot of our homeschooling from the couch. So we have a few areas in like my family room that we also use a lot for homeschooling. So I homeschool. My oldest daughter is going into 3rd grade. My youngest daughter is doing a 2nd year of preschool. So let's flip the camera around and I'll kind of show you our space. Okay, so this is our main homeschooling area. It's kind of just off of our kitchen table, like dining area. So this tower is our main homeschooling center. We've had this this will be our 3rd year using it, and I really like it. I did switch around some of our baskets this year just because of how we are doing some new curriculum as my kids are getting older. I wanted a few more baskets for those things. So down here at the bottom, this is my preschooler's basket. It's where I keep some of her workbooks, her crayons, other crayons, cutting activities, scissors, those kinds of things for her, since she doesn't really have any formal curriculum. This year she is doing the doodle pre-writing from The Good and the Beautiful, so this will be part of her daily homeschool. So I just keep that down here in her basket. The next basket up is my oldest daughter's. In here she has her pencil box, all of her curriculum, and then this notebook is a new thing we're trying this year, where in it every day I write down what her assignments are, and if it's highlighted, that means that she does it with me. If it's not highlighted, it's something she can do independently on her own, just so she knows everything that she's responsible for each day. But if they're not checked off, she'll need to make sure that she gets them done by the end of the week. And then moving up from her basket is our history basket. In here I have a lap book that my oldest daughter is currently working on. If we have any papers that we're going to be doing for our lessons, so we're going to be doing the Junior Ranger worksheet for the Santa Fe Trail, since we're learning about that time period in American history. Also in here I keep this American Girls Party book. For our history this year, we are going to be reading through some of the American Girl books. And at the end of reading each girl's book, we're going to do just a little family party using this book, and my kids will help me kind of plan the party and do the cooking and the decorating and those kinds of things. I just thought that would be a fun way to kind of celebrate the end of each unit that we're doing. So this is where I just keep all of our history, things that we'll need, any materials or anything that we need for our weekly activities, will just go in here. Same thing with science. I have my 1,000 Hours Outside book, just if we want ideas for things to do for nature study. And then currently I also have a little craft kit to make some bugs to wrap up some of our previous units that we were working on. But then this school year, we're going through The Good and the Beautiful's. First semester, we're going to do Wind and Waves. So in here, I'm having my teacher manual, as well as the big book of stories that go along with that. And then every week, we are going to be doing 2 lessons a week, and any materials that I need for those lessons, I'll just stick in this basket on my prep day so that I have them all ready to go. Above that, I have a basket that's just labeled additional curriculum. So in here are like extra practice sheets and extra like cutting workbooks for my younger kid, additional multiplication flashcard sets, the next few readers for my oldest daughter, the lap books that I need to still put together for future history units. It has like our next science unit books are in here, and pretty much any kind of extra curriculum that we will need later in the school year, or like not currently right now, I just kept in here so that we have it down here for when we're ready for it. And then the top basket is just extra supplies. So in here I have things like an extra clipboard, some cookie sheets that we use as magnet boards. I have extra little kid scissors. I have some like poster markers. I have magnetic letters. I have little whiteboards, directed drawings in here, just kind of random extra things that I might need for random lessons, either with my oldest or with my preschooler. So that's what's in all of our drawers. And then up here on top, I have our pencil sharpener. I like this one because it has different settings on it, so I can get even like the big fat Ticonderoga pencils sharpened here easily. And then if we had the triangle shaped pencils, it also has spots for those as well. I keep my timer up here for my oldest daughter to help her know how long she needs to be working on things or how long she has to work on something. This main box is kind of my teacher box. I keep my teacher planner in here. I keep my teacher manuals for my preschoolers curriculum. I have a folder. This is where I keep my like social emotional learning lessons that we are working on or any other random papers that I need. And then I also keep other things for my preschooler in here, like a weather chart, alphabet cards, high frequency word cards. I keep my calendar pieces, so my months. I keep some pointers. And then this is my pencil box that has like scissors, highlighters, pencils, pens, tape, glue, Post-its, those kinds of things in here. And then over here on the other side, I just have some rolls of motivational stickers. In here, I keep my additional calendar pieces. And then I have just a little jar with a homeschool craft and our flag. Up along this wall, this is our art wall, so I just have some decorations up there. And then this is just wire shelving that I've zip tied together, just 4 of them together. And then we just hang up the art that my kids are working on the clothespins. And then when it's full, we take it down. So it's mostly clear now, so it's ready for the start of the school year. And then below that, we have our calendar. This is just something I got from the Target teacher spot from forever ago when I was a teacher, a public school teacher. I just have little Velcro dots so I can easily switch out the days as we need it. So next to my big tower of homeschooling stuff is my shelf unit. This used to be super disorganized, but over the last couple of weeks, I've kind of really organized it and made it work a lot better for us. So down at the bottom, I have my kids' koala and kiwi crates. Above that, this basket has activities, mostly for my preschooler. My older daughter uses these as well sometimes. But in here, I just have all these different zipper pouches that are labeled with different activities. So this one has like princess magnets. We have lacing cards. We have these like push dot things, more magnets, magnetic dolls, lacing beads. And then in the back, I also have a bunch of water wow books. So my preschooler likes to use these while she's waiting for me to do school with her, or if her school is done. Over here is our craft basket. So in here we have things like beads and perler beads. We have a make-a-do kit. We have a ton of toilet paper tubes, rainbow loom, and I think that's it that's in here. So these are just different craft materials. Usually my oldest daughter uses these. Again, my preschooler can use some of them, but mostly it's my oldest daughter who uses those. And then the top are just 2 baskets, one for each of my kids, just to hold their special things. So things that they're currently working on, or the random craft that they did at the library or whatever. They just have a home in here, and then when their basket's full, we have to go through it and get rid of things. Up here on the top shelf, I have some teacher things over here. This is my social emotional learning curriculum, as well as the 7 Habits for Happy Kids book that I'm going to be pulling from to do SEL lessons this year. This is just my teacher binder. Just my homeschool binder that has like my curriculum maps, calendars, schedules, those kinds of things. This is my daughter's reading log. And here it has her book list for the year, as well as a reading chart for her to mark off every time she reads a book. This is a clipboard for us when we do any kind of schooling on the go. My oldest daughter likes to take this to clip her things on top. This is a new one this year that we got. It has a spot down here to put your pencil, and then the big part also opens up so we can put a few of her books, workbooks that she's working on, or individual pages in there, and her crayons, so that it's all just in one box. Next to that, I have this blue file folder box. It has notebooks, a coloring book, and construction paper for art. Next to that are my like teacher art supplies. So this bag has colored pencils and crayons, and then this down here has some markers. And then this caddy is for my kids. It has their colored pencils, markers, stencils over here, and then we have glue sticks, and then some grown-up scissors. I need to grab a few more of the kids' scissors to stick in here as well. Next to that is our kid desk. It's mostly my oldest daughter who uses this. My youngest daughter doesn't really use it yet, but it's technically for any of them, but it's usually my 7-year-old who uses it. Oh, and one other thing I forgot. Above this, I printed this reading log from Everyday Reading. I just got it as an engineer print from Staples for a couple dollars. And we're going to keep track of all of the read alouds we do this year for school. So far I've already written on it Stuart Little and Changes for Josephinus, since those are the 2 books that we're currently working on here at the start of the school year. Okay, and then next to our kid desk, we have this cupboard. Up on top, we keep our globe. And then we keep cleaning supplies in here, like our vacuum and broom and stuff. But over here on this side, I do keep some other homeschooling activities. So we have our, these are just our watercolor like boxes. I have my kids open these up and paint on these so we're not getting watercolors all over the table or anything. Underneath that, we have some seat cushions if we're doing things on the floor, a tray to put Play-Doh in. Here we have stamps. This is our paint box that has paint sticks, duodots, books that go with those, paint with water, paintbrushes, watercolors, and as well as tempera paints. Down here we have our Play-Doh box. Then we have our stamps, our different tools, different Play-Doh, different kits. Down here is our Osmo box where we have all of our different Osmo pieces. And then down here at the very bottom is our snap circuit box where we keep our snap circuits. Here's an extra box of paint, an iron to do perler beads, and then my preschooler's super special Play-Doh, unicorn Play-Doh set that she got for her birthday. So those are kind of some homeschool things that we keep in this cupboard in addition to like cleaning supplies. Okay, so as we're leaving our kind of main homeschooling area, over here on the wall, we have these little reward jars that we're going to be using for incentives for my kids for different goals that they're working on or behavior that they're working on. They have just these little bags that have either little stars or hearts. And then every time they earn one, they just slide it in here. And then when their jar's filled up, they get their reward, which is usually some kind of outing with mom or dad or some kind of like special activity. And then from there, we kind of go into our main family room, where we do a lot of our other homeschooling. So I'll show you that section next. Okay, so here is our couch where we do a lot of our homeschooling. I usually sit here and my kids sit over here. And then I have just a little side table here where I put my basket that I'm working from or any supplies that we need for that. And then directly right here is where we do a little bit more homeschooling things. These two shelves are my preschooler's books that go along with her unit for her preschool. We use Plain Preschool for her. And the first unit we're working on is All About Me. So these are just some books. Some of them are from our collection. Some I check out from the library. And so I just keep those here. And then there's usually some that we are assigned to read with the curriculum, and then others that I just put on hold from the library. And we just read those as more for fun. And then this is our other kind of homeschooling basket. It's our morning basket or our read aloud basket. And so we have things that we do for our morning time in here. We always read some Ranger Rick, and we work through a poetry anthology. Right now we're reading Jack Perletsky's A Pizza the Size of the Sun. And then we always read a page or two from the Julia Rothman Wildlife Anatomy. Currently we also read a page from Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. And then we read our history book, which currently we're going to be starting Changes for Josefina. And then we have our regular read aloud book, which right now we're working on Stuart Little. And then I also keep the individual read alouds I do with my kids at nighttime, and then any read alouds that my oldest daughter is doing with me. Next to that, this is just my daughter's basket, my oldest daughter's basket, where she keeps her magazines and other books that she's reading. We also keep some Brain Quest things here and some journals. Down here is also just other activities and toys that my youngest daughter likes to play with. So we have like a fairy garden, random toys, puzzles, books that are ours, magnetiles, marble run that goes with the magnetiles. Over here we have like those metal tracing boards, puzzles. And then this top section is all library books that we check out that are just like for fun. They don't go with our curriculum or anything. Just on the other side of our living room, we have this smaller bookshelf. This has all of our nonfiction books. So they're loosely organized. We have the Julia Rothman books up top, as well as some like biography. The next shelf down is mostly geography, world, United States, and national parks. The next one is a general like biography shelf. So we have picture book biographies, the National Geographic First Big Book of Who, and a few other biography type books. And then this next shelf down is animals, and then the bottom shelf is just a general science shelf. So there's our little nonfiction shelf, and then I'll show you kind of our last book area. So this is kind of the far corner of our family room. And this is kind of our fiction bookshelf, and then kind of our book system. So this shelf are usually just different kind of like themed read alouds, picture book read alouds that we do as part of our school. I usually get my books from the Read Aloud Revival monthly picture book list. I just put a bunch of them on hold at our library and pick them up if we don't have them, which most of the time we don't. So I just, as those come in, I put them up here. If we have more than what fit up there, I put the extras in this basket. And then as we read through the books on this shelf, I refill it with the books over here. This basket is like a return basket for our fiction shelves. So this is just a 5-shelf bookcase from Target, where I kind of have loosely organized our picture books, kind of by type, by author for some of them. I know where most things are. My kids just kind of go through until they find things. And then as they read them, they put them back in this box, and then I'll put them back on the shelf kind of where they go, because my kids don't always remember where they get them out. And then if I'm going to look for a certain book and I don't see where it is, if it's not in the right spot, then I don't know where it is. So they just put them in this basket, and then at the end of every night, that's my goal. I don't always do it, but at least once a week, I go through these and reshelve them in the right spot. So that's just a quick tour of our homeschool area. I can link down in the description box some of my other homeschool area tours, so you can see kind of how things have changed and to get some other ideas of how I've done things a little bit differently in previous years. Make sure you leave me any questions you have about homeschooling or about our setup down in the comments below, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.